Hi, my name is Atreyu and I'm an artist from Jakarta, Indonesia. We're going to talk about my favorite thing in making art, sketches. I sketch a lot. I'm a big sketcher. I sketch everywhere, anywhere, at any time possible. I always carry sketchbook everywhere I go. That is because I believe ideas coming like a strike of lightning and you have to catch it and manifest them into like a real concrete form. That's how I kept on going. I'm not the kind of person who, like sitting in front of the canvas and thinking, what should I draw? I collect ideas every time ideas came to me, and then I snatch them and then I sketch them around. And that's what makes me going for all this time without actually having an art block, because that's never my game. So the first one is this one. So I sketched this in a coffee shop. I think I had like a conversation earlier with my sister, and she was talking about her relationship with my family, especially my dad. And while I'm thinking about her, I sketch, and then my method of sketching is having a conversation with myself. It's like writing a diary, but I sketch. And this sketch becomes a painting for my debut in Art Jakarta back in 2018, and that's kind of start my career as a fine artist. So thank you, sketch. Thank you, sister. Next sketch. Right, this is Heaven's Lemon sketch. I remember I sketched this one after being beaten by life, like all over again and all over again, and I just like screaming to myself internally that this not gonna kill me, I'm gonna win this war. So the storyline is you being like swallowed by a fish, but it's in the sky to represent something that you cannot predict. So it's like an ambush you never think that would ever happen to your life, because it's a sky, and what would fish do in the sky? The fish it's a tiger fish. So this fish look like a carp, just look like a carp, but it has this very surprisingly large teeth and very aggressive fish. So what I wanted to create by sketching this is, in this life you can be attacked by something that isn't in their place, if you know what I mean, if it makes sense. Like that's why it's in the sky, but I'm gonna get like swallowed by, let's say, invisible tigerfish. Yeah, and then I do some remake and update and redesign to make the story more sense for the painting. One of my favorite paintings that I ever created. I remember when it finished, I really don't want to show it to everybody because I like it and I want to keep it for myself. But it was sold to one of my dear collectors as well, so it's fine, it's good. Shout out to the collector. Right. I sketched this when I having a huge high fever drama. I was very sick. I believe it was food poisoning, and I couldn't work because I have to rest in bed, and it sucks, and I cannot watch TV because it gives me dizzy, and I couldn't play video games or anything that have like blue light on it. So I sketched this to explain to myself how does it feels to have a like high fever sensation. When I got invited to Art Jakarta in 2025 by Ota Fine Arts, I think it's a good time to create a painting based on this, because I created a painting about sensations. So it's like four artworks for one series, and all of them are talking about the sensation of life. And this is the sensation of having a very high fever and also being under the influence of medicine. It's weird, right? I mean, everybody experience the sensation of that, and it's very like psychedelic and surreal. Right, so next. Okay, this one is tough. I sketched this in a coffee shop while I was waiting for a friend, and then I started to think about that life is borrowed, so you have to hold on to everything that been given to you. I got very emotional to talk about some of my sketches, because when I create this, I was asking a lot about life and about what we have and what should we do with everything that we have. Should we chase for more, or should we hold on to whatever we have? Because yeah, I think when I create a painting about this one, I'm using like one of the verbs from the Bible, because there are a verb that says everything that given to you, hold it until God come, or something like that. But I remember I was questioning a lot about life here, yeah, and my hands started to work around the paper, and this is what it is. I also write something behind the sketch. I think also like a lot of questions about life. So I believe I was writing first and then I sketched this. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next sketch video, because I have a lot of sketches.